the most Central States will pay at age 65 is $2,500. Does that make sense? Okay. Partial service pensions. If you have at least 25 years of combined service credit and meet the service requirements for a service pension, your partial service pension equals the pro rata portion of the applicable service pension benefit. The partial service pension begins on the first day of the month following your retirement from UPS and continues for the rest of your life. So this is for folks that have part-time service. This allows you to get a service pension when you combine your part-time service and your full-time service. And again, it's at least 25 years of service, and I have a couple examples here for you. Okay, so the first example is, I'll tell you what, I gotta grab my glasses.
Remember, I got 31 years of service. My eyes are all right.
So the first example, age as of 1/1/08, 45 years old. Credit with Central States as of 12/25/07, 20 years. 5 years of prior UPS pension plan service. Okay, so age at retirement is 50. Service under the new UPS IBT plan is 5. So if you add 20 years of Central States credit, 5 years of part-time credit, and 5 years of full-time credit under the UPS IBT plan, you got a total of 30 years. The estimated Central States benefit at age 65 is $2,324. So this is how it breaks down. You got 25 years of service. So the benefit from the, you got 30 years of service. So the benefit from the new UPS IBT plan is $2,500. And the way that you get that is you take your total 25 years of full-time service. That's 20 years Central States, 5 years UPS IBT. You multiply that by a 30-year service pension, which is $3,000. And then you divide that by 30 years. That's $2,500. So your benefit from the IBT plan is $2,500. Your 30-year service benefit from the part-time plan for your 5 years of part-time service is $125. The way you get that is you take whatever the 30-year service pension was at the time you left part-time service. So in this scenario, when this person left part-time service, the 30-year service pension was $751. So you multiply the 5 years times $751 and divide by 30 years, the total service, and you get $125 from the part-time plan. So at age, is that 50? Age 50 retirement, you're going to get $2,500 from the full-time plan, $125 from the part-time pension plan, for a total of $2,625. And at age 65, this plan, Central States will pay $2,324. This plan will pay $176. The part-time plan will pay $125, and you'll get your full benefit of $2,625. Does that make sense? Okay. No? I have one more example.
Can we get a copy of that formula you just used?
There's actually examples of this in your SPD. We do cover partial service pensions. We give a couple examples very similar to these examples. In fact, I might have even pulled these examples out of the book. Let me go through one more example. Okay, this next example, the age as of 1/1/2008 is 32. The Central States service as of 12/25/07 was 3 years. The UPS pension plan service credit was 7. Age at retirement, 52. So this is an example of somebody that's going to continue working for UPS under the UPS IBT plan. So they continued to work and accrued 20 years service under the UPS IBT plan. So their total service is 30 years. Their estimated Central States benefit is only $345 because they were only in the Central States plan for a couple of years, 3 years. So, but they do have a combined service. This is as they continue to work at UPS another 20 years. When they retire, they're going to have a total of 30 years of combined service. From the UPS IBT plan, they're going to get $2,300. From the part-time pension plan, they're going to get $385. Their total benefit is going to be $2,685. The part-time or the full-time benefit is calculated with the 23 years of full-time service times the $3,000 30-year service pension, and then divide by 30. That gives you $2,300. The part-time plan is your 7 years part-time multiplied by the 30-year service pension at the time this individual left the part-time pension plan. The service pension for 30 years was $1,650. So 7 years times $1,650 divided by 30 is $385. So when that person retires in 20 years, they're going to receive $2,300 from the UPS IBT plan and $385 from their part-time pension plan for a total of $2,685. At age 65, Central States is going to only pay $345 of that benefit. The UPS IBT plan is going to pay $1,955. And the part-time pension plan is going to pay $385 for a total of $2,685. Does that make sense? Okay. We have enhanced the plan to include a pension plan calculator. How many people in here have gone out and used the calculator? Because I know that the big rub at first was Central States had their calculator, and as soon as we created the UPS IBT plan, we didn't have anything like that. And it took us a few years to get it up and running. I mean, it's a big plan, and there was a lot of things to do. But we were committed, and we finally got the pension calculator set up out, and that's through the UPS portal. So you have to go through the UPS portal to do that. Everybody should have gotten a letter telling them how to access their calculation through the portal. You can also access a summary plan description, and it also allows you to contact the plan via email. So if you did your calculation and you had a question, and you know at that time you can send an email to the plan, and we'll research your question, and we should get a response to you within about 30 days, typically. Okay. The best way to get an estimate or an actual start your retirement benefit is by filling out a processing request form. You can get that several different ways. You can call the UPS Retirement Department, the number's there. You can go to your district human resources office, and that's the preferred way. We would prefer that you work through your local HR folks, and they can help you through the process. They can help you fill out the form. We like to send the applications back to your HR representative and have them sit down with you and try and answer some questions for you. We try and rely on them to help you out in the field. You can come to your local union office. You should be able to get a retirement processing form to fill out. We do have a website. You can go out to the website. The summary plan description is posted out there. You can get this form. There's also some Q&As out there, some of the most commonly asked questions, and the appropriate answers. And then, of course, the upsers.com. So let's say you're considering retiring. Here's some important things for you to know, and this applies not only to if you're covered under this full-time plan or if you're covered under the part-time plan. You want to notify your management team and or your HR department that you're planning to retire. Like I said, the HR group can help you get the ball rolling, so to speak. But you should let somebody know that you're planning to retire. We say that you should begin your request for retirement no more than 90 days, but at least, well, we say no more than 90 days, but we'd like to get about 60 days notice to get the process rolling, because it takes about 30 days to produce the application. We'll send it back to you. You'll have to sign off some forms. You'll have to get some things notarized. You'll have to go to your bank to get your direct deposit information. You need to get a birth certificate. You'll need to get photo IDs, all this stuff put together. So, you know, we'll send the application back to you, but it's going to take you a little while to get it turned around, signed off, make your elections, and send it back to us. And the other thing, you want to contact your healthcare provider to give them a heads up that you're retiring, so it's a smooth transition between your active employee healthcare and your retired employee healthcare. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'll open it up to the floor for questions, but Trevor had sent me a whole stack of questions, and I tried to incorporate as many of them in the presentation, but there were some that I just couldn't incorporate in that I thought I'd just one off, because I think a lot of them are probably similar questions that you might have still. So the first question is, do I have 401k information? And if so,